In this video, I'll show you how to set up your billing information, how to set up your business information, how to add your payment methods, how to assign them to your ad accounts, and how to set up the billing information on your ad accounts. 5 very important things for each Facebook advertiser. Right, so first step is you go here in Business Manager to the business information, and you have a few sections over here. So the first one, which you can actually edit, is your business name. This is the name of your Facebook Business Manager. You can also put an icon, and these matter just for finding them easier over here. And you can also switch your primary page. Not that it matters, but you can. And then this is the one very, very important section, which is the business details. So you need to put those in for you to be able to verify your business so that you can use additional functionalities in Facebook, which I'll show you later in a second. And here you put your company name. This is the legal entity that is behind the Facebook Business Manager. And each Facebook Business Manager needs to have a legal entity behind it in order to get verified. Then you choose your country, you choose your address or declare it, then city, state, postal code, and phone number, and your website, and your tax ID. Your tax ID is actually very, very important, and I'll tell you why. It's because of taxes. Now, obviously, so once you put your tax ID, which it says it's optional, but I don't think it is, it's very, very necessary and mandatory, I think, because regardless of where you are, adding your tax ID might have real implications. So, for example, that concerns the value-added tax in the European Union and other countries, and also the sales tax in the United States. So Facebook, in reality, as a legal entity, is based in Ireland. So mostly it affects European Union countries. And if you're not in Ireland, you don't need to pay the VIT. So they can deduct that from your invoices, and they won't charge you any VAT, value added tax. And if you are in Ireland, they are going to charge you that tax, but you're going to get that money back from the government, right? So that's quite important. And unless you put your tax ID, that's not going to come up on your invoice, and you might not be able to, you can either be charged more or you won't be able to get your taxes back, which is bad in both cases. Now, the next very important step is to verify your business, and Facebook does that to increase the transparency between businesses and people on Facebook. And you need to be a verified business in order to use certain Facebook products, as they say. And these certain Facebook products can be found here. That's mainly some advertising features and so on. And for example, you can use that to create a catalog in your business and to do some other things. Here's the full information about that. I won't be going through all of that, but it's quite important for you to verify your business. Now, let's take a look at how that gets done. You can go here and view your details. First thing you need to do is add another admin, and that could help if you get locked out of your account. But as I told you, adding another admin could also be the reason why you are locked out of your account. So be careful with the people you add. And then you also need to enable the two-factor authentication. And here it says 0 out of 1 people need to turn on two-factor authentication before they access this business. And then you can also review the access of different people over here. Right now it's just me, and I need to enable the two-factor authentication in my account for me to be able to verify that business. Now, I don't want to do that right now, But that's important because that would use my real phone, for example. And if I have a real phone number, that phone number is going to be registered to someone, and I'm not some hacker trying to do shady stuff, as they might believe. And then here you can see your verification. But in order to start that verification, you need to enable the two-factor authentication on your account. And you can say everyone as well. In this case, or admins only can do the trick. And once you do that, you can begin your verification and send whatever Facebook requests from you. Now, the things that they might request are going to be your business details, and you need to confirm those business details. You're going to get a code, and once you do that, you can verify your business via a call or an email. And the other option is to verify your domain, which is the website that you add in your business information. And once you do that, you can verify your business, because domains are a way to verify as well. Now that that's out the window, we can go back to the business information. And here you can also see some very important things. Like if someone does something shady on your account, you can export your business history. And this is the history of management actions taken by people in this business account. So you can get a history of what everyone did. Now you can do that for several reasons. First is you can see if everyone's doing the job. It's similar to the history in Google Ads. And also if someone does something bad, you can use that history to show, hey, it was this guy. Here you can also see your ad account creation limit, which it does increase once you verify your business, and then increases when you spend some money and add your billing and so on. So it does increase on its own. And you can also ask the support to increase it if you have a good reason to do so. For example, hey, we are this and this company. We are operating with 5 different business entities. Here they are, and we want to have an ad account for each one. And that's why we need you to increase our ad account creation limit. Another good reason to do that is say, hey, we are a marketing agency. We need to be able to create more ad accounts, which is what we did, and Facebook happily increased that limit for us. Now, there's some other options here on the pages and notifications and two-factor authentication. Those are not very important. And here's also my user information, which I can edit from here. Not so impactful as well. The most important part is the business details and the verification, which you do need to do. Now, we are moving on to payments. Payments, you can add your payment methods from here. And here you would obviously, as a business manager, on the business manager level, you can only use cards, right? Or if you choose another country, you might get some other options available, but that's very rare. And these things change sometimes, but generally it's a card, right? And you can have multiple cards in one business manager. That could be for many different reasons. You can manage 2, 3, 5, 10 businesses in one business manager, and you can use those cards to assign them to each ad account. So once you add a payment method, just like we add assets to the people and partners, you can assign in the same way your payment method to your ad account. However, if you have more than one, it's important for you to go to another section of Business Manager, which is the ad account settings. Once you go here to the ad account settings, you will get some additional options to do. So this is your ad account ID, and you are messing with the specific ad account which is owned by that business manager. That's no problem. You can change the name of that account. You can change the time zone, which impacts your data. You can change the currency, which impacts in what currency you're being charged from the card, which could be important, because if it's different than your card's currency, then you are going to have to pay for the conversion as well, which you don't want to do if you can avoid it. And then you have your business name and business address. This is for the billing information, right? This is what's going to come out on your invoice. And that's why it's important for you to do. And you can set up a separate VAT number if you're going to use more than one account. And then that's what's going to show up here. I think it's a good idea for you to set it up anyway. And here you have all the VAT numbers for the European Union states. And if you are an agency, you need to state that, and that you are an agency buying ads on behalf of an advertiser. And just in case you are advertising in France, you need to do some additional declarations, which we're not going to cover right now. Something else that you can do is manage the permissions of that ad account and who manages it. So for example, there's a partner that's managing this account, which in this case is our other business manager, Startup Masters, and we won't touch that right now. Here, when you go to the payment settings, however, let's just save these changes. Not that we did any changes, but anyways. And if we go to the payment settings, you can add a payment method to this account from here. Now that's important for two reasons. You can assign a payment method from your business manager, and if you do have a business manager, a payment added to your business manager, you would be able to select it from here. It's going to add another option. But this also adding the payment method on the account level, on the ad account level, gives you some other options, which is namely using PayPal and Facebook ad coupons. So if you want to pay through PayPal or use a Facebook ad coupon, this is where you do that. And your accountant or anyone who has financial editing permissions can, or all the admins can set account spending limits from over here. So that's saying that your accountant, for example, can say you can't spend more than that limit anyways. And your accountant also has to come here, go to the business tools, ad account settings, and then get the billing, receipts, and history from here. Once you click that, you will be taken to a page within your ad account where, in this case, you can see all of your ad accounts here. Your accountant won't be able to do that, and you would see the transactions over here. So let's say, for example, go to Masters Academy. And in Masters Academy, we have no upcoming, billing, but let's say I want to check for a few months back, just so we get some data, and then I can see how I was billed, and I can see my transaction ID, and I can download my invoice from here. And this is what your accountant would do to send that invoice to your tax authorities, which is a good thing because you are going to pay less taxes. Now we are moving back to our own business manager. And last thing I want to show you is going to be here in the ad account section. And once you have an ad account over here, you can also add assets to that ad account. And in this case, that would be a line of business, which can have, well, a line of business is similar to an asset group, which has payments in it. So you can add that line of business, or in this case, I don't have any payment methods, but what's most likely going to happen here is it's going to show you the payment methods, and you can select a specific card that you want to add that account and use for that specific ad account. So we've covered adding your business information, adding your billing information, both on the business manager level and on the ad account level. We've discussed adding payments both on the business manager level and the account level, ad account level. And we've also discussed assigning your payments to your ad accounts. And you should do all of these steps for your business manager and your ad accounts. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys.